pictures and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with this shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot shh, got all my people in red clothes. Dialing my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pro.
Shine like this in a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game and I said yeah I do. If you want it you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between of what we started. Little nigga but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw like I'm an artist, no crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages or foreign bitches menaging, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album.
Hey, good morning to everyone. Welcome to another edition, a silent edition of the Walking His Ways Impact Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. In the absence of my co-host, Phoenix Sapphire as well. We're very proud, we're very honored, very privileged to be with y'all on this great Saturday morning. We know this is Christmas weekend. We know everyone's out shopping and about. I know yesterday when I was coming home from work, I lived in Arlington and up, down Cooper, the traffic was crazy. The malls packed out. So just be careful while you're out there. Be careful on the road. Look out for each other because you know people out there driving crazy. But most importantly, when you're out there shopping, be mindful of your surroundings as well. You got criminals out there and they're looking to get anything they can. So be careful, be wise, watch out for each other while you're out there. But I got to say, today our guest is an actor, model in the industry. Our guest is about helping aspiring actors and models to show them on the pitfalls, the challenges and struggles when it's in this industry. But also, he wants them to provide game so they can be successful in this industry. And I'm very excited, very honored to have our guest on here this morning. He is known as the Black Mogul, and his name is Timothy McBride. Tim, welcome to Walking His Ways Impact Voice Podcast. Thank you, sir. I know we interacted on TikTok. You reached back to each other and set the day up to come on the podcast. So thank you, sir, for taking time out. You put up the schedule. Happy holidays to you and your family as well, by the way.
Thank you, Furman, man. It's a pleasure and an honor to be on your show, man. I've been checking you out and I'm excited to be on your show because you're right here in Dallas Wood as well, right? So it's all about, when you're in this industry, man, you got a network, man. So I'm happy to be on your show. It's an honor and thank you for having me.
And I appreciate it, Tim, as well. Especially how you want to give game information, insight on this industry. We know we in a generation where they want the instant gratification, that microwave generation. Mm-hmm. We know you got snakes out there, you got wolves out there who prey on the weak, who prey on their innocence, and the not so wise of individuals, male and female. And I know you've been in the game for a minute. You know the ins and outs. And when you say you want to better share the pitfalls, the struggles, the challenges when it comes to this industry, and with your expertise, hey, give us a rundown on what we need to know, what to look out for when it comes to the industry. I know we got, like I said, you got wolves out there, you got snakes out there.
Yep.
And we know you got individuals out there who ain't making money, but they're gonna present them with these dollar signs, and it's like, what I sign up at. But go ahead and break it down to us so we know what to do and what not to do.
First thing, Furman, I would say is you definitely, when you're in this industry, you cannot look for that instant gratification, right? I'm so happy you said that starting off, because this industry, Furman, it's hyper competitive. Everyone looks good, right? Everyone in this industry looks good. It's like the NBA and the NFL. There's only so many spots in the league, right? Only so many spots that you have. And everyone is fighting for a small number of spots, right? So you have to be patient with this game. I've been in the game now 2.5, almost 3 years, and I've probably done between my modeling agency, John Casablancas Model and Talent Management, through Backstage and other various auditions that I see on the internet. I've probably done over 500 auditions. Over 500. So that's how hyper competitive this industry is. So you cannot get down on yourself. You can't beat yourself up. You have to realize that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So there's going to be a role out there for you that's going to fit you. So you just got to be patient with yourself and don't rush it. In this acting and modeling game, you also have to be mindful that you have to be in this game for the love of it, right? If you're in this game to chase the bag, then you're going to frustrate yourself. You're going to frustrate yourself because auditions may not come like that, right? The money may not come like that. That's henceforth, Furman, the term starving artist. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So you gotta love this game, man. You gotta be in it for the love of it, And what's really firm and on my heart that I want people to understand in this game, that's extremely important because it's like any industry, right? The circle is so small. It's like 6 degrees of separation. And you gotta value relationships. You have to value people, right? Because you don't know who you're gonna run across again in this industry. So you can't burn bridges, man.
That's true. And also, we got a comment as well. In the comments on our YouTube side, it says, I agree, there's no instant gratification. That is true. Everything is all about process. It takes 9 months for a baby to get here.
That's right.
We know when God, I don't know, when God created heaven and earth, we knew it took days when He created everything. So we know everything takes time. Everything is patient. We constantly evolving every day, Timmy. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to evolve. Some of us don't, but some of us are evolving. So we always gonna make that go. And what we got? Big shout out to Sandra D. Sweet. She's a Dallas native. She said very interesting on what you were saying earlier, Tim, as well. Big shout out to Shiloh. She in the comment said, she said, stay the course, great message. Big shout out to her this morning. And she said, relationship will keep you going when times are the tough.
That's right. That's right.
Big shout out to her this morning. Let me see who this is. This is Maxine. Hi, how you doing this morning? Big shout out. Thank you everybody tuning. Hey, while y'all are in the comment section this morning, remember, hashtag the rise of the Black Mogul. Let us know where you are watching us from. We're going to give you a big shout out here on the show. Matter of fact, I want the audience to be involved. So if you have any questions for Tim, put them in the comment section. Be glad to ask you have any questions on the industry, whether it's from acting to modeling, you name it. If it's something you're curious about, no question not dumb. No question not dumb, baby. So
None.
if you have any questions, any concerns, this is to help us grow, right? This is to help to elevate, to evolve. So it's all about making things happen as well. So I know when you said what you wanted to do, what we got? Big shout out, okay. Big shout out, we got one. Big shout out, Dallas, the rise of the Black Mogul. Big shout out to the DFW, Dallas. I love being here in Dallas. Tim, I made 3 years on 18th, and I just love the atmosphere here, the hunger that individuals have here, who all about making things happen. You got, and I know you see this all the time too. How you got a lot of hungry individuals out there who wants to make it happen, but like you mentioned, that does take time. What advice will you give a young let's talk about the youth. We're not talking about the older people. Let's talk about this young generation we in. Back in the day, I'm 41, and I know back in the day it was all about paying your dues, going to work, not complaining. But now we got in the generation where you see a lot of young people murmuring, complaining, want to give up so fast. If you're not working out, I'm going to jump to the next thing. If they don't work out, I'm going to jump to the next thing. It's like being like church or being tossed to and fro. What advice would you give a young up-and-coming actor or actress or model that wants to step up into this industry to make a career out of it?
You know, excellent question. And Furman, I'm 51. And I just got into the game, bro. I wouldn't say got into the game. You know, just got into the game. I wanted to do this when I was 17, right? I wanted to do this when I was 17. And, you know, my parents at the time, they were like, no, Tim, you know, you got accepted to the University of Michigan. You're going to college. You know, that's where we see you going. And then, you know, go to college first, get your degree, and then maybe you could pursue this later on down the road, right? So the advice I would give up and coming, let's say young, 20, 18, 19, 21-year-old person is, number one, trust the process, right? Be patient with yourself. Go to acting and modeling school. Learn how to walk the runway. Learn how to improv act. Learn how to read from a teleprompter. Learn how to film, right? Learn how to film yourself. You know, in acting and modeling school, they teach you how to use this little device. This is a mini computer. You feel me, Furman? A mini computer, right? That you can do a lot of things with. The movie that the filming that you see on my TV here, all filmed with this iPhone 13. I had some people tell me, Tim, you don't have a camera crew? No. I'm filming and cutting everything with this phone. Imagine if I had a camera crew. I'd have a full-blown movie by now. So,
Yeah.
So I would tell people, go to acting school, go to modeling school. John Casablancas here locally is a great school. They teach you everything I just ran down. Then you know, network. Put yourself out there, right? You got to build your resume. You know, build your resume. You got to build this piece of paper with different reels, with different talents, whether it's running a podcast like you're doing, or if it's being in extras in various different, you know, short films around the area. You gotta get some work or some experience underneath your belt.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, definitely.
Then you gotta network. You know, you can't burn bridges.
Right.
You can't burn bridges. Because, you know, because this industry, and Furman, I'm gonna use this term a little loosely here. Because people in this industry are quote unquote self-absorbed, you know, or it's about them, right? You have to be that way because of what we're in. We're in acting and modeling. We're in this industry to get paid on how we look. That's the talent that God gave us. So we're trying to get paid on how we look or how we can act, right? So you definitely have to understand that some people may rub you the wrong way, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, you may not be everyone's cup of tea. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. It's okay.
It's okay. Well, like Coach, go ahead, Tim.
No, because you never know when you might have to circle back around to that person.
That's it.
Right? So, you know, just accept people for who they are and their authentic self. And keep
That's it. Feel like what Kobe Bryant said, get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just get over yourself. You have to. And we don't want to forget about our people that are watching us this morning, Tim. Good morning, watching from Funky Town. Big shout out to Funky Town. In the building.
Lisa.
Also, big shout out the rise of the Black Mogul. Whatever we got what you're saying, Charlotte, this morning. Right. Oh, we got a question too for you, Tim, in the comment section. Charlotte says, should people be cautious or afraid of the pitfalls in the industry, as well as seen with Diddy and R. Kelly and others? How do one protect themselves from that? That's a question for you, Tim.
Ooh, that's a beautiful question. You know, I had a grandmother. Is it Shalandra? Shalanda?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Shalanda, I had a grandmother that was 100 years old, right? And before she died 17 years ago, she told me this just about corporate America, not this industry. But like I said, all these industries are the same. She said, baby, don't sell your soul for money or fame. And you know what the Bible says about selling your soul, right? She said, don't
Right.
sell your soul. So first thing I would say is, don't sell your soul. Don't do anything for that little piece of paper with them slave masters on it. You got to keep your soul, And how do you protect yourself from falling into those type of pitfalls, right? You have to have a good team around you. You have to stay grounded in the word, man. That's just that simple.
True.
There's a reason why your podcast is called Walking His Ways. You got to walk in his ways to stay in this industry. So, a lot of times, when people get money, right? Money just brings out of them more of who they really are. Let that sink in for a minute. And unfortunately, R. Kelly and Diddy and those guys, man, let's keep praying for them. And hopefully they get the right counsel, they get the right help. They get the right help. You got to have a good team around. I'm so thankful to have my parents still around. My mom and my dad.
Awesome.
Right? I got an 85-year-old dad and an 80-year-old mom, right? That are still around to give me guidance and wisdom. There's some things that I went through in this industry that, as I'm going through them, Furman, I'm bouncing them off my dad, right? And my dad he's a dude from Michigan, man. Old nonsense, old school. I call him an old school black man. He gonna tell it like this. He gonna tell it like it is, whether you like it or not, whether it hurts your feelings. I had a situation where, and it goes back to one of the comments I made earlier. What's been on my heart and mind recently while helping others succeed in this industry is make sure y'all get paid. Because people in this industry, they will not pay you. They will not pay you for your talent. So I had a situation where a guy wanted to shortchange me on my talent. I'm helping him on one hand make $15,000, $20,000 a week promoting his production. And I'm telling him, look, man, I see what I'm helping you do. We're gonna have to re-talk about, the input that I'm giving you in this particular production. So I gave him a number, and I'm over here. He came way over here. We couldn't meet here. So I'm talking to my dad about it. He said, man, walk away. If he don't value you, walk away. It's okay. It's okay. You can tell, no, man, I can't work with that number. You're not valuing my name, image, and likeness. That's what NIL means. That's where all that came from.
That's it.
Getting value for your name, your image, and your likeness. And if people do not value your name, your image, and your likeness, and don't want to compensate you fairly, walk away.
That's it.
Move on to the next project.
And move on. And you know what, though, before we go any further, of course, I had to make an announcement. As of today, the official announcement that Walking His Way Impact Voice has now partnered with Vivid. Vivid is one of the largest smart home and security companies in the United States. Just in time for the holiday season, for all your discount needs, use our rep ID GSU1U when you call 1-877-571-6139. That's in the English. Also for our Hispanic audience, it's 1-855-647-9861. When you call, let them know Furman Jackson sent you. I gotta give a shout out to our partner Vivid. One of the largest home security systems in the United States. So just in time for holiday season, not just in time for holiday season. Some of y'all just purchased brand new homes, complexes, duplexes, whatever. Go ahead and get you a top of the line security system program around your phone. You can watch it from home, whatever you may be at on your phone. So go ahead, call today, get that set up for your family, protect your loved ones, of course, all other good stuff. So big shout out to Vivid. Like I said, we're partnering with them as well. So hey man, y'all do some business with them. Great business, great company. Also do business with Snoop Dogg as well. So it is on and popping. So I had to plug that in, Tim, before we go earn the further.
I get it, man. You got to pay the bills, man.
I know, right? You gotta do that. So we got another one. See what we got. We got it coming. Charlotte said another fantastic way of getting your feet wet is being an understudy and unafraid to start from the bottom and perfect your craft. God will then bless you the roles of your dreams. Keep believing and doing good by people. God does his part and yes, get paid. Love this show from big shout out to Charlotte in the comment section as well. She's loving it. Also another fantastic individual back in my hometown of Mobile, Alabama, Latoya Smith. She said good morning. Another supporter of the podcast. So like I said, she's back home my hometown of Mobile, Alabama. Big shout out to her as well. I'm loving this energy, Tim. We're about to get ready to go into a new year. Yep. We know that this is already December 23rd. 23, about to get ready to go in year 24. Mm-hmm. So what are your expectations, Tim, rolling into year 24?
You know, a couple of things, Furman, that I'm working on, right? I'm still writing this script behind me, right? Dallas Wood. Can I talk a little bit about how I came up with the name Dallas Wood?
Yeah, hey, the floor is yours. It's all about you, sir.
All right, man. So you had a guest on your show, I think last week, CEO Money Train.
Right.
CEO Money Train lived around the corner from me. Real talk. So I met CEO Money Train on the set of the set called E, right? And Shalonda just said something. You got to take small steps. You got to be an understudy. You got to do small roles, right? So I was my agent got me an extra part in that show. That's how I met CEO Money Train. So you cannot despise small beginnings. You got to be thankful for them. So I'm so happy Shalonda made that comment. So me, CEO Money Train, another actor that's prominent, you know, here in Dallas. His name is Matthew Simmons, right? We're all sitting around chopping it up. And we're talking about how, you know, we're talking about the different cities in the United States where this industry is popping. You know, the Mecca where it all started is, you know, like New York, LA, right?
Right.
Just like in hip hop, East Coast, West Coast, right? Yeah. Then it went to Atlanta. It's like hip hop, right? Yeah. Miami, right?
Right.
Now it's finally here in Dallas, the South Coast, just like hip hop. Furman, you following me?
Right? I follow you.
So we're talking. I said, you know what? Why can't Dallas be the next Hollywood? It's got the money. It's got the space. It's got the people with the drive, like you said earlier, right? Henceforth, the name Dallas Wood, the next Hollywood. It's only fitting that eventually the industry will wake up and come down here to the South Coast, just like they did in hip hop. So why can't we? Yeah, why can't we do what Tyler Perry did in Atlanta?
Right. Everybody did what you did. When Master P did, when Master P first came out, nobody really want to listen to the South. You know, you had rap a lot in Houston, you had Scarface and the Ghetto Boys and all them. But when P from now New Orleans took it to a whole nother level, you had people on the East Coast listen to the Ice Cream Man. You had people on the West Coast listen to the Ice Cream Man. So I'm feeling you and I'm following you where you coming from. Like you got this child in the middle, in the South, and it's rising up. It's like what Tim, do you ever imagine that Dallas will become Hollywood now? I'm seeing a lot of y'all people now are stepping off to the film industry. Back in the day, people were trying to step off into the music industry, being an athlete. But now we seeing that transformation where they're tripping from music to movies now. Did you ever imagine the years you've been in this thing that it would take over like a whirlwind? Just the way it's coming up.
that, Furman, that's my whole image, man. You know, I saw Maxine's baby yesterday, right? And I'm like, I'm Dorothy and Willie's baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, I you know, when I first got into this game, I said the goal is to be bigger than Tyler. Tyler has given us the blueprint. Tyler don't need Hollywood.
No.
They coming to him. We can do the same thing here in Dallas if we get out of our own way, if we put our egos aside, if we come together as a team and quit worrying about who got the shine over who. Let's just come together, build this joint, and take off. That's what the Black Mogul is all about. Coming together with like-minded people, putting the egos aside, man. And let's build this Dallaswood thing. That's why I wanted to connect. And that's, again, it goes back to valuing people, valuing relationships, putting the egos aside. You know, there's enough room on this table for all of us to eat. And if not, let's build our own table. You know, I'm prepared for that. I'm ready. I'm ready I'm ready, man, to collaborate with like-minded people that see the bigger vision. You know, it's having our own control of our own stuff. You know, Tyler is showing us in Atlanta, you know, having control over your own stuff, employing us. You know what I mean? Keeping us fed. And if I can help do that in any way here in Dallas, man, I'm gonna try. You know, that's the vision that the Lord put on me. So to go back to what I said earlier, you know, I met him on the set. You know, we talked about that name. You know, him and I worked on a few other things, right, together. So you know, shout out to CEO Money Train, man. He's doing big things with his show, with his movie Chosen Vessel, man. I'm so proud of little bro, man. You know, I'm gonna tell a quick story about him. I remember he was working on something, right? And his car had broke down. He's like, Black Mogul, man, can you drop me off at this spot? And I was like, yeah, man. You know, I'm definitely gonna be there for you because I don't want you to get discouraged about not being able to get there and stop, right? Because
right.
God's got something he's doing for you. So if I can be a vessel for you to help you get to where you need to go, you know, man, I'm in. So, you know, I dropped him off and came back home. I wasn't even in the production, but I you know, God said, take him, make sure he gets there because I got a plan for him. And if I don't want him to get discouraged. And I'm so glad that brother went. I'm so glad that, you know, he made it. And now look at him. Which, again, shout out to CEO Money Train. Good dude.
He a great brother. He was on here the other day. Very thankful to have him on the show. We got some questions too. Charlotte asked this question. She said, "What's up, Dan? LOL. What needs to happen for that to happen?" I hosted Furman.
Oh, as far as us building that Dallaswood?
Yeah,
you know?
She said, "What's up, Dan? Yeah, what's up, Dan? LOL. What needs to happen for that to happen?" That was she asked you, the Black Mogul.
So, you know, we got to get some land. We got to get some capital. We got to get 300 acres. We got to build them sound stages. You know, you got to watch Tyler Perry's documentary. If you watch his documentary, what I'm talking about right now with Furman will make complete sense. You know, I don't know if there's a Black-owned studio in Dallas. I haven't seen. There used to be a virtual one that I worked with. I was in a short film. It was called FMD Global TV. I think it's still out there. It's in Addison. But that's probably the only one I've heard of, right? You know, I'm trying to launch in 2024. That's the original question you asked, Furman. I'm sorry. I got on a tangent.
Nah, you good.
I'm trying to launch my production and studio company called Mobile Vision, right? So, you know, I've been looking at some pieces of real estate. I've been looking at some different buildings and things like that. So, you know, it's gonna take some time. You know, at the same time in 2024, God has put on my heart to. I'm launching a podcast called The Rise of the Black Mogul.
Congratulations on that.
Furman, thank you. You definitely have to come on.
Most definitely.
I'm going to be doing an in-studio podcast.
Okay, awesome.
So it's going to be near your hood. It's going to be on your side of town.
Okay.
So we'll chop it up offline about that. In 2024, God put on my heart to also start writing a stage play. And the stage play is going to be called Tormented. And to give you a kind of high level overview of it, it's going to be talking about sexual abuse towards men in marriage.
Man, that's gonna be deep. That really is gonna be deep. And we know we got some more questions rolled in too, Tim, as well. Charlotte said, okay, so this is the groundwork. She asked, is that the groundwork? What else she got? She said, no, what she said? I'm saying, yeah, hold on. Okay, so let me say, no. Yeah, if you want to see, okay, so you're building your team to bust it wide open in 2024. Let's get it. Okay, that's just a statement, right? It's a question. Hold on. It's a question. It's okay. So you're building your team to bust it wide open in 2024. Question.
I am building. Yep.
Okay, let's get it. Dallas Wood. Okay. Then she said, I guess she's just excited this morning. No.
Yeah, that's good. I love the excitement. I love the energy too, Furman.
Yeah, she getting us. And you know what? Before we go any further, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna be right back here on Walking This Way, Impact Wars Podcast.
Style de bâtard, j'ai toujours un sachet de zèbre bien haché, que je fume avant que la le vienne arracher.
T'es vraiment trop sexy.
Ouais. Et tu pourras kiffer si ta gueule est aussi grave que ton boule. Dis à tes copines que j'ai des copains pour elles qui déboulent avec Tata Marie-Jeanne et tonton vodka Red Bull. Oh, t'as jamais entendu un flow pareil? À quand le feat avec Method Man, Jay-Z ou Pharrell? Oh, quand je prends le mic, je représente mon hip-hop. Tu reconnais mon style dans la ville car je suis hip-hop. Tu m'aimes ou me détestes parce que je suis hip-hop. Bienvenue à toi si tu débarques dans mon hip-hop.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on Walking This Way, Impact Wars Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. Along with me in the virtual studio is the Black Mogul himself, Timothy McBride. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to my lovely co-host, Phoenix Sapphire, who is absent this morning. Big shout out to her. I know she's back with me this coming week. Also, we know we're doing music videos, so if you are artists, where you do hip hop, rock, country, rap, it doesn't matter. Make sure it's MP4 formatted, submit it to Phoenix, she'll submit it to me, and we'll get you played here on the air. Like I say, it's all about helping each other, right? All about showcasing your skills, your talents. It's all about having fun, Tim. It's all about having fun, enjoying life, not no poor me, why me. It's all about having fun, believing yourself, utilizing everything God's given you. I remember years ago at a male's conference. Well, I won't say male, man's conference years ago when I was back home in Alabama. There was a young entrepreneur. He said that we should die empty. When he said die empty, do not take anything to the grave with you have not utilized yet. Utilize everything that God's given you while you're alive, while we got breath in our body. Because you heard the old saying, the most wealthiest place is the graveyard. We have individuals who didn't want to take that risk, who was afraid, worried about what everybody thought about them, what they're going to think, and never got a chance to live that life that they were destined to live. What you say about that, Tim?
You got to step out there on faith, man. It's not going to be easy, Furman. And when God puts a vision in your mind and in your heart, there's a reason behind it. He's not going to show you the work you have to put in to do it. He's not going to show you that. You know why? If he showed you that, you'd quit. If he gave you the vision, he's going to give you the tools to make it happen. You just got to trust the process. You always got to trust the process.
And look what Joseph in the Old Testament went through. Even though he was going to be a king, God didn't show him that he was going to get lied on, that his brothers were going to turn against him. He was going to be sold to this and that and all that other stuff. but it fulfilled at the end of the day. And like you said, it made me think about that. King David, for example, when he was anointed to be king, he didn't know he was gonna go through the whole, you know what I'm saying, this situation, that situation. He didn't know all that stuff was gonna transpire.
If he did, he would have never finished, and he would have never became king.
Right.
But see, he had to go through all those steps to get him ready to be king. Because when you're a king, everything falls on you.
That's it.
Right? You're going to get talked about. You're going to get lied on. You're going to get people trying to kill you. You're going to get people trying to come for your spot. You know what I'm saying? No different than this game. You know, I've been lied on, cheated out of money, not given certain IMDb credits for acting roles. You know, I've had people, you know, turn their back on me in this game. I've had friends when I got into the game, Furman, say, "You think you all that?" No, man, I'm just confident in who I am. You know, I'm just confident in who Timothy McBride is. So it's not an arrogance. I don't look down on nobody. You know, it's just knowing who I am. And if my confidence, like Deion Sanders said, if my confidence disturbs your insecurities, it's not my problem. But I'm gonna keep being me. So I've lost friends over being in this game. I mean, friends, Furman, that I thought was down, like I thought was 10 toes down. I mean, friends of over 30 years. You hear me? 30 years because of this, because of me pursuing my dream. You know, so it's just like, you know, I'm a golfer, so it's just par for the course, man.
And you know, and it is, and we got a lot of people coming in, Tim, as well. Diamond Jones said, "Good day." That's on our YouTube side. Big shout out, big shout out. Hey, if you're on our YouTube channel, go ahead and like, subscribe. Well, you are coming, but go ahead and hit that notification button. Get all notifications when we go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But we appreciate everybody. Help us get our numbers up. We already in the 600s right now, over 600 subscribers. We want to get the numbers on up for this year's out. Help us get it takes all of us to help us reach it takes all of us to help us get to the next level. And it's not I and team, right? So that's what we want to do. It's all about helping each other, supporting each other, looking out for each other. And do it with pure intentions. Don't do it well to manipulate. Because you got that out there too, as Tim. I'm glad it came up. Let's talk about that this morning. Doing things with pure intentions and don't do anything to respect, hold it against them. Where they say, well, you know, I did this for you. Remember, I did that for you. Now it becomes to manipulate. And I know you talked about the pitfalls, the struggles, the challenges. Where you have individuals who would do that. They would use that just to manipulate people. So what you say about that, Tim?
You know, man, I've been there too, bro. On both sides. As far as doing stuff for people and then saying, you know what, man, I did that for you. You gonna do me like that? And then God had to say, stop, Tim. Stop. You know, you're doing it for me. Because you're the salt of the earth. So when you do certain things in my name, it's to help that person get closer to me. And I'm going to give you your reward. So that's what you have to realize. When you do something for somebody, don't always look for a handout back. Because you're going to get disappointed if that's your expectation, right? You got to look for him to give you your reward back. And if you do it the right way with the right intentions, like you said, he'll give it to you double or even tenfold or 100-fold, right? So you definitely have to, you know, my opinion from this, keep that in mind, man. Do it for him and he will give you your reward back instead of looking for man to compensate you or pat you on the back.
That's it. I know a lot of times, at times, we get caught up when we have individuals who walk out, who leave us. We get to that point where we upset, bitter about it. But at the end of the day, these individuals are living their life. They move forward, not thinking about us, but we keep thinking about them until we had to step out of it and say, you know what? I'm better than that. I know my worth. I know my value. And a lot of times, everybody cannot go where we're going. And it's human nature. When we're excited about stuff, what we want to do? We want to share with everybody that we know. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, them individuals not going to go with us. Mm-mm. And we want them to, but they're not going to go. What advice we tell someone? We know in the generation now that everybody wants to have the likes and have the millions of followers. They get upset when somebody don't even follow them. They get upset when they get no likes on their Facebook page or Instagram, on their TikTok. They get so upset about that. What advice would you give someone not to be discouraged about the numbers? Don't be discouraged about individuals.
You know, Furman, when I got into this game, man, I was that dude. I was like, yo, where my people at? Y'all see me popping? Where y'all at, people? Come on. I ain't liking my stuff, my people, right? And then I had to understand that there are some people out there that are just not going to give you your accolades just out of pure jealousy. And you have to just understand that. There are going to be some jealous people, there are going to be some hating people, but they're watching. And it's okay. Because to me now, it's not about the likes. It's like, if you look at your podcast right now, right? How many people are viewing us right now?
Not that many. It's just a few numbers. From what I'm seeing,
yeah.
Compared
but
to
it's about the views, right? The whole thing is about the views, right? So you definitely gotta change mindset, because the reason why you may have gotten your sponsors because you got people watching your show. You got the views.
Yeah.
Right? So it's about the views. It's not about the likes. So I had to understand that. And in this internet game, man, it's about the views. So it's pretty much sales and marketing.
It is. It really is. And
it's online sales and marketing.
And it is, Tim, because I've been doing this since 2009. And I used to do this show at late night. I used to do like 11 o'clock at night, 12 a.m. in the morning, talking to myself. But I kept going. And you not despise small beginnings. Mm-hmm. And it's like now, people may not know watching you. People may not be commenting or sharing, but they're watching you. They just come up behind the scene, or they may see you on the street. Hey, I seen your podcast. Or, hey, I seen your movie. And you don't even know them for 10.2. But they're watching. And not only that, they're being inspired. They're being motivated. Just like right now, Tim, if one somebody was touched by the words you said, that's enough right there.
We did our job.
That's
we did our job. That's it. If one person's touched, we did our job, Furman.
That's it. Because he said he left the 99 to go after that one. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of people want the 99, but they're not worried about that one. That one is going to take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. And it's like a whirlwind. So to those that's listening right now, be encouraged. But also, ladies and gentlemen, and tell you about for this too, always perfect your craft.
Yep.
Because a lot of times, Tim, and you vouch for this too, investors. We know investors are out there. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about billionaires. They always looking to invest into the next big thing. They looking at your quality. They looking at your delivery. They're looking at your consistency. All that stuff. Tim, you want to enlighten more on that?
Oh yeah, man. People are always they're trying to look for that name, that image, and that likeness that will help propel their product. I mean, we're in a capitalistic society, man. It's all about that. It's all about that dollar bill, y'all. What it's all about. So, I'm in sales and marketing, corporate America, right? And every day I have to get out and grind for my company for that dollar bill to put the name out there, right? To keep the name out there in the streets so that my clients will remember us as they're working their businesses, right? I want my name and my company to pop up in the forethought of their mind when they're having a business struggle or challenge. Let me call Tim at such and such company. He can help me, right? Or let me call, I need to advertise for my home security company. Let me get with Furman and make sure I put my logo on this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Or you know what? I need to model some clothes. Let me get Tim McBride as the model because he looks good in the suit. That's right? It. So people are watching that, right? And you never know. Out of this podcast today with you, both of us could have somebody else call and knocking on that door and say, hey, I saw that podcast with you and Mr. Jackson.
And that's it.
So you just gotta always be ready, right? I guess that's the point I'm making. Always be ready. When I step out Furman, I'm stepping out like I'm getting ready to go model or be in a movie scene.
That's it.
Always be ready. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Tim. So you that guy that when you walk out the door, the birds are singing.
I got that theme music behind me, like that.
When you walk out your door, the sun shine on you. It may look rainy and gloomy, but they're like, why is the sun always shining on him? Man, why every time you walk out, the birds are singing, the deers are coming up to him. I try to, man. I just try to keep it. I try to keep it. Keep it always shining, man. Because you never know who's watching. You never know. That's it. And
you never know.
We know that the great Michael Jordan said one time that image is everything.
Yep.
You look at Mike. I think Michael Jordan was the first NBA player to wear a suit for a game. I think he was. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Dr. J used to wear some suits too. Dr. J used to be clean. Yeah, Dr. J used to be clean. I remember Dr. J. He told Barkley a story. He said that Barkley does all the time. Dr. J told him when Chuck went to Philly. He said, man, get out them track suits and get you some suits. Get you some real clothes. You know what I mean? You making money now, right? You got to dress the part. You got to be professional. I had the CEO, I used to work for this, I'm in the automotive industry, right? I moved here from Michigan 20 years ago. I've been in Texas 20 years, right?
Okay.
So I had the CEO of the company I used to work for. He used to tell me, Tim, you don't dress for the position that you're in. You dress for the position that you want. So you might be here, but dress like me. You're the regional manager, Tim, but I'm the CEO. You want to be me? Start dressing like me. And he was a brother. Wow. He was a brother. Shout out to him, man. His name was William Jones. He was the CEO of Chrysler Financial back in the day, right? And that's what he told me. He said, Tim, dress for the position that you want, not where you are, right? So, I used to just do the corporate casual thing, no coat, no tie, right? Just like this, right?
Right.
I started putting on the sport coat, started wearing the tie, started elevating in the automotive industry, right? So that would be some advice I would give, man. Dress for the position you want, not where you are.
So what you're saying, Tim, that individuals need to invest in themselves. They forget about that part. They forget about investing. Yep. When they come, in order to get the best quality, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna have to spend money. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Everybody tell anybody, Tim, if you're working a job right now and they offer overtime, pick up some extra hours, use that overtime money to invest in what you want to get. Uber, Lyft, whatever you have to do in order to take it to that next level. Invest in yourself. Yep. When you start investing in yourself, you're going to draw in the right people. They see what you're doing. They will get behind you. That's like an athlete. Only why these big time corporations got behind the athlete ain't gonna look for them. They can't look for the athlete because they seen what the athlete was doing on the field. So they see what you're doing on the field. They gonna pour millions of dollars in. Hey, we want you to be the face of our brand. We want you to be the face of this, face of that. Why do you think the endorsement checks come from? It's some athletes who don't even live off their game checks. They live off their endorsement checks. and they just put their game checks up for savings.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they got there? And Tim, you can vouch for that. They got there through their hard work and their sacrifice to perfect their craft. It's all about work, ladies and gentlemen. It's no magic tricks. It's no hocus pocus backflip. It's all about putting in the work.
Yep. You gotta grind, man. You gotta do the labor. You can't expect the reward without the work.
That's it.
I don't know where that happens at. Yep.
Well, we were talking about that earlier before we came on. Everybody wants some interview with the instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned this too, Tim. Also, somebody said this about this too about our Instagram. And I never looked at our Instagram. Bishop out to 1950. He said our Instagram are supposed to tell stories about our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets on these guys about their pictures, their image. And if individuals see your picture, they're not quality, they just gonna skim through it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see the eye catching. You want to jump in on that one too?
Yeah,
right?
This little device right here. If you just take your time and understand the different technology that's on here, right? I'm looking at iMovies. You can see that. You can go in here and edit in iMovies and do what I just did on the screen right here. Make your own movie. So, you have to definitely make sure that the stuff is quality. Your best camera on your iPhone is this back camera right here. People don't realize that. This is the best camera. It's going to give you the best quality on your shots. It's going to give you the best resolution, right? So start using this back camera here, folks. Turn your phone horizontal, not vertical. If you start doing that when you're filming, if people happen to have a TV that's big, it's going to fit on the entire dimension of your television, like it's a real TV show. Right? So you start filming this way, not this way. You do video film this way. See, these are all the things that, when you go to acting and modeling school, they teach you how to do the filming, right? They always tell us when we're filming a video, like for us doing a runway walk, turn the camera this way. When you're doing an audition, turn the camera this way, because the people, that gives them an opportunity to see how you would look on here.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
Furman, can I go back to something?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I want to talk about something real quick that I didn't get a chance to talk about earlier, and it's about back to helping others succeed, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's very important, and again, that people need to, when you're out here working in this game, get things in writing. Get things in writing, because there's some folks in this game, like you said earlier, will manipulate, will tell you what you want to hear. You agree on something, verbally with a handshake, because don't believe them handshake agreements no more. Don't believe them. Get it in writing. Even if you have to text them and say, this is what we talked about. Here is the arrangement. Here is the compensation that you promised me, right? Boom, boom, boom. Why? Because if you have to be litigious, you got the receipts.
That's it. And I also add the dates and the time that this conversation transpired. So if they ever have to go to court, hey, this is the date, this is the time that we discussed this, so they know exactly what's going on. So people put a fast one, you're not careful. That's like in my line of work, when we have to do reports, and I work for the sheriff department in Dallas.
Okay.
In our report, you have to put the exact time, what happened. You have to put everything in that report, because that is legal documentation. So if you have to present this stuff in court, they know exactly what happened from the start, the middle, and the end. They want to know every detail. So I agree with you saying they teach us that all the time. Put the time, the day, exactly what happened from the beginning, the middle, and it's like writing a movie. The beginning of the movie, the middle of the movie, and the ending of the movie. So when they say read that, they get a glimpse on what you had, what transpired on that particular day and that time.
Because you'll get a lot of people, Furman, that will get what I call convenient amnesia.
Oh yeah.
They will get convenient amnesia. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember doing that. I don't have any recollection. That's the word people like to use. I don't have any recollection of that. Man, you know you said that. You know you promised me that. You know what I'm saying? On this day, on this time. Quit playing. You know, so
that's it.
I would encourage people to do that. I would also encourage people to, you know, have an agent. If you can get an agent, get an agent. You know, someone that is in the industry that can tell you if the castings you're going to are real. You know, sometimes you get some people out here doing fake castings, like for real, and that's a shame. You got people out here that are they just want to steal your image and not compensate you for it, right? You got people out here that use your talent, but then want to undercompensate you. You know, as I got into the game, that's why I so understand why we as actors and models, we have a union.
Oh, really?
SAG-AFTRA. SAGAF. Yes, AFTRA, something like that. SAG. That's the union that we have. Remember,
I know that.
Actors and models at the beginning of the year, they were on strike for a while. Because of everything that we're talking about. Wow. Unfair compensation, not getting taken advantage of, not being paid fairly for their name, their image, and their likeness. You know, a lot of us in this game, we're concerned about AI. You know, they're gonna start using AI to duplicate our images. Then you won't need us. So those are all the things that the union had to work out and the Writers Guild had to work out with Hollywood, right? With the industry. So that's why they were on strike. Because, you know, there's a reason why they're called starving artists. Because some of them get starved out here. Another thing I would say, keep a job if you in this game. If you ain't an A-lister like Denzel and a few others I can name, keep you a job. You gotta pay the bills. You can't live off extra work. You can't live off little small roles. You know, Wells Fargo ain't gonna say, yeah, you can skip your mortgage payment because you still trying to find work in the acting field. They gonna want that mortgage payment. You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
You a job. You know, you gotta keep a job.
But I don't want to hear that word, Tim. That's a dirty word. When you say job, oh, job. I want you. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be wise out here. I'm not saying it's not to discourage you. I work myself, and I do the podcast in my days off. It would get there when we start generating funds from it, but to then, Furman has to be responsible. Furman has to go to work. I got bills to pay. You know, rent is due next month, right? Rent come up, rent first of the month, rent is due. So, man, y'all be responsible out there and don't be naive and don't be foolish at all. This is what Tim is saying. If you got a job, got a job. Work, do what you're doing. Eventually, it'll get there. And it takes time to get there. And like you said, the small road, whatever. Once you keep working and then you get to that point where acting will cover all your expenses, then I understand, okay, now you can let it go. But it takes time, right, to get there.
Time.
And like I said, on small road, you gotta be on them Denzel, Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, them type.
Samuel Jackson, right?
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
You don't see them doing any other outside work. They getting paid big time money for film, and Denzel's still working at late 60s, almost in the 70s. Denzel's still working. He about to do a new role now. but just who he is. So he, I mean, it takes time to get on that level, ladies and gentlemen. It takes time. But I gotta plug in our partnership one more time. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, it's the official announcement that Walking This Way Impact with Podcast has now partnered with Vivid. Vivid is one of the largest smart home and security companies in the United States. Just in time for the holiday season. For all your discount needs, use our rep ID, which is GSU1U, when you call 1-877-571-6139. That's in English. And also for our Hispanic audience, it's going to be 1-855-647-9861. And when you call, let them know Firm Jackson sent you. Hey, get with Vivid. Like I said, it's one of the largest home security companies in the world. Some of y'all just got houses for Christmas. It's a great time to get your home security system to protect you and your loved ones. So go ahead and call today and let them know I sent you. And hey, it's up from here. And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about having fun, perfecting your craft. So what else, Tim, you got going on? I know you're doing movies. So what else, sir, you want to accomplish here on Earth? What are the things that you're looking forward to conquering here on Earth?
One of the things that I tell a casting director, they say, Tim, give me your elevator pitch, right? Who are you? What do you want to do when it comes to this game? And Furman, my entire mission is to inspire Black men, to show that they're not society's underdog. That if you believe it, you can achieve it. You can do anything you put your mind to. That is part of my purpose, part of my destiny, is to inspire you, Money Train, or whoever, to keep going after your dream. I'm so proud of all y'all that y'all not giving up. You know, I'm so proud of y'all that y'all are showing society that, you know, you're smashing societal stereotypes. You feel me? We're showing right now, we're showing society that we are confident, articulate, strong, intelligent Black men, which they don't see every day on TV. You know, they don't see every day on social media. You gotta flip the narrative. They're used to seeing us with our pants hanging down to our butts, right? They're used to seeing us, you know, shooting each other, but they're not seeing us as often offering game, being OG. Right. OG to me is offering game. It's not original gangster. To me, it's offering game, right? And game was offered to me, and it's only fitting that I pay it forward to the next generation, right?
Same lives.
So you know, so that's how I want to influence the world. Yeah. You know, I want to show society that, you know, we're smarter than what you think. We already proved that we're elite. That we can be elite. Just look at sports.
We prosper in everything we do. Go ahead. No, I was gonna say we prosper in everything we do. Everything we put our hand to, it always prosper anyway.
Always, bro. Always. I mean,
and it's been like this since the beginning of time.
I mean, you can look at the pyramids in Egypt. I mean, you can look at, you know, the invention of the gift ship, Black man, stoplight, air conditioning unit, a Black woman. Come on, man. So hey. let's just keep smashing these stereotypes. Let's keep showing that we're competent people, intelligent people, because they don't want people to know that.
No, they don't. They really don't. And I before going to front, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Shirley Evans out of Philadelphia, PA. Big shout out to her. I also want to give a big shout out to You Better Live podcast in my hometown of Mobile. Mr. Rick. I got him coming on the show next month. Big shout out to him. He said, "Hey man, on what you're saying, Tim." You know, I seen a video the other day, and I seen this clip and it's kind of and it's weird. Okay, this guy had some flowers in his hand, so he was sharing the story. So the lady was saying, something about the flower for a lady. No, he said that for flowers for another man. He said, "Yeah, we out here. It's 2023. We out here dating each other now."
I saw that, bro. Made me cringe.
But that's what's going on. The lack of masculinity in this generation. You see now, Tim, and I see it too. You got guys complaining about women. The women are this. The women are that. The women are this. But then the guys are like, what are you doing to benefit not just her, but feel yourself? Like, learn you. Who are you? It's like you see guys like, I gotta do something to get her attention. Okay, if you don't get her attention, you stop doing the things you were doing. But everything starts with you. A woman is drawn to a man who's a visionary. A woman is drawn to a man who has integrity. A woman is drawn to a man who's all about his business. And women want something to work with. If she see that you're a visionary and she see that you're building an empire, she wants to help along with that. Is because by nature, God made her to help me. Mm-hmm. So if you're not giving her nothing to work with, she just gonna leave.
Yep. If you can't take care of yourself, if you can't take care of yourself, she cannot expect you to take care of her.
That's it. That's it. You gotta be, fellas. This is your time to get a vision. And don't do it just for a woman, but get a vision for yourself. Kings, everybody talking about you hear it, Tim. Everybody talking, I'm a king. But are you living like a king? Are you acting like a king? Are you thinking like one? A king is gonna be about a king. A king is not gonna look what is on the outside. A king always gonna stay focused. I remember T.I. got the songs that T.I. said, you can tell by the way that you can tell the way that I walk that my boss. He said, you can tell the way I speak that I'm a king. What he's saying, it has nothing to do with a woman. Mm-mm. It's all about his identity. Mm-hmm. Women love a man that walks in his identity, ladies and gentlemen. If you man walking in your identity, women are drawn to that. That's a leader. Oh, she gonna be feminine. Tim, they don't understand that. She will be feminine. She's gonna be feminine around a real man. Mm-hmm. I said a real man. A man. She's gonna be feminine. So all this time, you women are too masculine. Nah, she's masculine to a male. But when she sees a man, she will be feminine. Because that's what they want. They don't want to be. It's girls right now, Tim, and they 20. They'll tell you they don't want to be in that role. They really don't. They say that's meant for a man to lead, not my role. And they honest with these women are in their 20s.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at just pure genetics, Furman, their bodies. That's why our shoulders are broad,
right?
For us to carry that extra weight. Just look at pure genetics. We have broad shoulders and backs.
Yeah.
You know, like that statue, that man that's holding the world on his neck like this.
Right.
You know,
sure.
That has purpose. There's a purpose behind that statue. He's got the world because he's a man. He got the world on his back. So a woman's got to be able to know that if she's below you, so to speak, you know, in the hierarchy of things, you're going to keep that world from crashing down on her.
True.
You're going to protect her, right?
That's true.
So, yeah, I agree 100%, man. And
that's true.
You know, if we talk about why some brothers have that mentality, right? From what I've seen, from what I've experienced, it's that lack of that male role model growing up.
Yeah. And you know what, Tim? You had guys. Okay, and I learned this too recently. You can have a man of the house, and you can have a man in the house. A man of the house is gonna bring forth that leadership, that structure, just like your dad. You know, when dad came home, you knew what time it was. Everybody lined up. You know what I'm saying? To my dad, when he came home, everybody lined up. You may be wilding out with mom all day, but soon dad walked in. Everything changed.
There go daddy. There go daddy. You better chill out. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
we're not seeing that today.
Mm-mm. No.
And I'm seeing now, like, single mothers marrying
Mhm.
by themselves. You know, they're having baby showers, and I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not saying I'm taking shots. But look at our society. Look how we celebrate stuff. Our community is messed up, man.
I mean, you're right, Furman. You know, it's you know, social media has tainted some of the thinking of females and males out here. I'm not gonna just knock the females. I'm gonna talk to the brothers too. You think you got so many options out here, right? And you know, as a divorced person, I feel what I'm about to say. You think you got so many options out here, right? And sometimes the grass ain't greener. Maybe if you just water the grass that you got, it may turn green. Because see, you might leave that green grass for some astroturf. You know, and that grass that you think is greener may have a dog on the other side of the fence that's meaner. So just water the grass that you got. Put in the time. You know, there are no, a relationship is not easy. A marriage is not easy. I've seen that with my parents. They've been married 57 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and I'm 51. It's not all peaches and cream. But the reason why they're still married for 57 years is because they both wanted it to work.
How can you walk together except they agree?
Not one over the other. They both wanted it to work.
Yep,
So if you both don't want it to work, it's not gonna work. And you know,
that's why it takes 2 willing people.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say that's why it takes 2 willing people to make a thing work.
It does, man, all the time. So if you both want it to work, you know, you asked me a question earlier, and you said it was about mistakes, right? And the problem is that people don't want to admit their mistakes. They're so afraid because we in society, we don't offer grace. And in relationships, this is why I bring this up. In relationships, you got to offer grace sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you can't always be out here wanting to always got to win the argument and win the fight. Sometimes you got to know. Sometimes, Furman, you felt me on that. Sometimes you got to know when just, okay, I'm going to give you some grace.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. It should be like that. You know, I was married at one time before myself. I've been divorced since 2017. And I look at it, Tim, you got to be really mental. You got to have the right mindset for marriage. That's what I'm going to say. If you don't have the right mindset for marriage, it's not going to last. It's not going to stand. Marriage is more than just emotions and, oh, she look good, I'm having sex. You got to get past
That's superficial.
That's it. But you got to get past all that. And I learned that marriage is for the you gotta have the right mindset for marriage. I don't want to tell you that. That's what I want to say. You gotta have the right mindset for marriage. I'll tell you about, you get a lot of people always want to bash their ex this. Nah, a lot of time, what did you do to contribute to it? Mm-hmm. And I can tell you the first off the bat, I had the right mindset for that. At that time, I didn't have the right mindset for that. But what I know now, I would never do. I tell anybody, what I know now, Tim, I would have waited to get married. I would never rush and got married. I would have waited because you have to know yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to have structure in your own life.
Come on
you
now.
Learn how to lead yourself. If you're not learning to lead yourself and have structure, you're not going to be able to have structure and leadership for that woman. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's a servant leadership that men must have. A servant leadership. And if you dissect that, right? Mm-hmm. You know, when Jesus walked this earth, it was about a servant leadership, right?
Right.
And as you know, and that's one thing that I learned with going through my divorce. I learned, you know, don't get caught up in the emotions.
That's right.
I mean, if you just look at us as humans, men, females, and males, right? We are more logical, supposed to be.
Yeah, supposed to be.
You know, we're supposed to think with strategy. You know, we understand it's chess and not checkers. If you're a chess player, that makes sense, that reference. Chess, you're thinking 4 or 5 moves ahead. If I do this, what if? Because guess what? As the head of the house, you got other people depending on you.
That's it.
Right?
Responsibility.
So you have to think 5 moves ahead. Because the wrong move could get your wife in trouble, your kids hurt, or you. Because if they cut the head off of you, everything else gonna fall. Right?
That's it. I'm glad you brought that up because I remember the thing about Exodus. I know we're going biblical for a moment. I know we've been talking biblical all morning. Pharaoh, in the book of Exodus, remember Pharaoh, he wanted to kill every son and keep the daughters. That's going on today. Even though he was talking about a physical death, okay, we're going to eliminate all the sons and we're just going to keep the daughters. That's going on today. Even though they were doing physical, but from a spiritual standpoint now, we're going to kill all the sons mentally. Why do you think you got these girls fending for themselves now? Because they eliminate the man. They eliminate the son. The son is wild out. He don't know his identity. He don't know what he want to be. One minute he want to be this. One minute he want to be that. He's all over the place. So that leaves that girl to fend for herself. So now what? It's like it's just repeating itself, and I'm seeing it. Like this stuff is repeating itself.
Yeah, it is, man.
If I eliminate the son,
yeah, divide and conquer, bro. Divide and conquer. I mean, there's a speech out there. If no one has ever read it, if you read it, you'll understand why we are where we are today. You know, there's this old slave master in the West Indies. His name was Willie Lynch.
Oh yeah, I got that book.
And he talked about how to control the black slave. He said, if you put these certain techniques in play, slave masters, you will control these people for the next 400 years.
Yeah, I got that book. It's in my library.
And he tells them, number one thing to do is put the male against the female.
That's going on today.
Going on right now. It's been going on, you know. The demise of our black family structure, Furman, it really took off in the 70s with welfare. That was intentional. Because the system said, black woman, you won't help feeding them kids that you have with that man. You won't help feeding yourself. We'll give you some food stamps, some cheese, some powdered milk. We'll give you a voucher for a place to live. But he ain't gonna be in that house. I'm gonna be your new man, the system. Remember back in the 70s, they used to go through welfare checks, make sure there wasn't no man in the house. And that brother be hiding in the closet.
You know?
The man didn't want him in there. Divide him out away from those kids and her. Then I can control them.
That's it.
I'm gonna take him out the house. Then I'm gonna put him in prison. And let that 13th Amendment, let that 13th Amendment work on him, get me some free slavery.
Which is the billion dollar industry.
Come on, man.
Is the $1 billion industry.
I'm gonna give me some free slavery out there, brother. Because I remember how I used to work 400 years ago. I remember. He's a good, strong buck. He'll work very good for me. He can be in them jails making JCPenney clothes and car parts for a quarter instead of being out in the real world doing that same thing, making $20 an hour. Come on, man. You know, so yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. It's divide and conquer. You know, if we really go back to getting biblical, man, we have lost our identity. You know, I understand where Kyrie was coming from, right? With just posting that movie about who we are. You know, a lot of people don't know Israel is a part of Africa. It's not the Middle East. It changed 50 years ago when they built the Suez Canal. I mean, it's facts. And I mean, Israel's where Jesus was born, right?
Yeah, and that's what we are. We are Israelites. We are we are the original Jews. I'm just gonna put on the ad. We are the original Jews.
I mean,
it's
history. They built that canal. They built that canal so that they could bring the ships down from England to get the oil out of Saudi Arabia instead of going all the way down around Africa. And when they built that Suez Canal, they separated Israel from Egypt. They call it the Middle East. This is the biggest lie ever. It's not it's Africa. They took our land. That's why like you said, they use that term ish.
Mm-hmm.
Acting like you are.
Yeah. But we are the original Jews. They say Jewish, but we are the original Jews.
It's like if I said Furman, you acting girlish. You ain't a girl, but you acting like one.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, man.
So, man, we could get deep on that, but we gonna let people just right there, let people just digest that. Because that's gonna be a lot for people to digest. They may not understand that.
Yeah, it really is, because like I said, I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, the tribe, the normal tribe you came from, we come from the tribe of Judah.
Yep.
Of course, that's the same tribe that Christ came from.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of things in the Bible they forgot to take out. They forgot to take out how he had hair like wool, feet like bronze. See, for some, I'm going here.
Come on now.
They put that picture of soldier of war. I think that's Jesus. See what they did. They wanted to feel that their skin color was the only superior skin color, make us feel bad about ourselves.
Correct.
They forgot to take out how Christ really did look. He's the same color as me and you, Tim.
Correct. In Revelation.
And so they will want you to think, okay, he look like this other skin tone. No, he's the same color me and Tim is. When you get, like you said, it takes them to marinate. It takes them along to marinate on that one. But once you realize that the Savior of the world looks like me and Tim, they didn't want you to know that.
I mean, Furman, if you really go through that Bible, right? And I'm so happy for your name walking this way, because you know he walked around teaching. He walked around making sure that people were not in darkness,
Yes.
right? And so right now, what you and I are about to do, where we're taking this show today, is we're going to make sure that people understand the light. You know, the so-called black man in America, right? This is our 7th captivity. And the Bible talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only ones that have been in the captivities that the Bible talks about. If you really break it down and read it in the Old Testament, in Deuteronomy, right? We're the only ones that were taken from our land with yokes of iron around our neck.
Yeah.
So, my brothers and sisters out there, if you listening, that Bible is talking about you. You know, there's a place in the west side of Africa called the Gate of No Return. When they walked out of that fort, it was a big old door. They walked out with yokes of iron around their neck, shackles on their feet. They got on them slave ships, and they never came back to Africa. And the Bible even talks about that. So we're going to be taken from our land on ships. Who else did that happen to?
Us, and we were scattered. If those who may not know, the Apocrypha and all the other books was taken out the Bible. The Catholic Bible has all these books, but they took all these other books out of King James. But we were scattered. The Apocrypha explains a lot that we were scattered. We are scattered. We were scattered here, we scattered there. because of our finding forefather was disobedient. That's how we end up in the situation we're in today. Because our forefathers started going after these other gods. Well, we had the true living God, but they want to go after the other gods. They said, okay, then God's okay. I'm about to turn you over to them, and that's why we're in the situation we're in today.
Yeah. So they say that the prophecy. Prophets say this all the time. The Bible is full of prophecies, and they're coming true.
Yeah.
It's full of prophecies, man.
Men love them to say pride, boastful.
Man, and I see them happening right now.
Yeah.
That war that's happening over there. That's destiny. That's purposeful.
And now you at a time now, Tim, and it's in a day where you have a male and a female having the same conversation about other men in a sexual way. Sitting down together talking. It actually happened.
No, man. You know what, Furman? It's gonna take brothers like me and you to help our community come back to where it was. We gotta hold other men accountable, man. That's the problem. People don't like the truth. The truth makes you have to be accountable. People run from the truth. If a lot of us would tell these people out here that are doing wrongs to stop it, stand up, pull your pants up, young man. Whatever the situation is, it's gonna take us the older generation, to help impart some wisdom.
Right.
If we don't get these kids while they're young, they're gonna wild out when they get in their 20s and 30s.
True.
They don't have no basic foundation. They don't understand character, integrity. They don't understand that the old saying, your word is your bond.
That's it.
That's a lot of bigger the problem.
Mean what you say.
Be responsible. Fathers, stay in the house. Because you got these younger seeds that you put out here in this world that are a blank slate.
And that's it. And then love Tim, and then also Tim. And don't get me wrong, you got some jacked up individuals out here, male and female. Fellas, be careful who you lay up with. Because some of these girls don't have it all together either. And I'm telling you, the child support system will eat you alive.
Eat you alive, bro.
And you go to jail behind that.
Man. And they don't care. They don't care either.
And I think at one point they cut it off at 18, but I think now if your child is in college and he still has to pay child support. At one time the cutoff point was 18 years old.
Hey, Furman, it's 18 or they graduate from from high school, which is the latter.
Mm-hmm.
I had an 18-year-old 6 days ago. So I'm calling my attorney. I'm like, yo, does the child support stop? He said, nope. It ain't gonna stop till she graduate high school. When she graduate high school, I said, June. You still paying, bro.
See, they stopped, but when they changed that, at one time, when they turned 18, it was completely cut off. That's the system. It's crazy out here, man. It really
here in Texas. Yeah, here in Texas. That's where my divorce was finalized. It's like you back in 2018, right? It's 18 or high school, whichever is the latter. Because listen, I thought I was going to be a child support vet last week, Furman. I thought it was going to be over, right? My attorney was like, no, Tim, you still got 6 more months. And she still ain't graduated from high school yet.
Wow.
And they'll, like you said, man, they don't care if you ain't seeing the kid or not. You still gonna pay that money. Because you know what? It's tax-free for the system. It's tax-free for her. A lot of them, like you said, they'll manipulate a man to get them to have those babies because they want to get that check. They don't want to have to sit and do anything. If you get the right man, you don't have to work. You get the money around the child support.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like it boggles me that I see some of these women out here when they get these athletes, they're getting $250,000 a month for child support. What the hell does that baby need with $250,000 a month?
it's just to help.
$50,000 a month.
It's to help her lifestyle.
Correct.
It's to help her lifestyle. That's why you gotta tell these guys, these young guys, man. Y'all be wrap it up, you man. But stop laying up with these women. That's another thing. They get so caught of the. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They get so caught up in the titties and the booty and the stuff like that, not getting to know her character. Then when you lay up, well, man, I ain't relationship like that. You got caught up in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's about getting to know her character. So, fellas, take yourself. And if you do have a baby with her, take care of responsibility. Another thing, Tim, they are scared to go to the court. And I heard this too. If it takes for you to save your money, to get you a lawyer, do what you have to do.
Yep.
A lot of you guys are scared to touch that.
You can't be afraid to go. You got to go into that court system with somebody that understands that system. You go in alone, they're going to eat you alive. And it's going to cost you some bread. Trust me, I know. I fought for my kids, trying to see them be in their life until I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I still got responsibility, right? But at least I got the receipts so my kids will know daddy tried to fight for you. So it wasn't that I don't love you. I tried to spend as much money as I could to see you until I had to say, you know what? It's okay. God said it's okay. Walk away for a second. Right? Walk away for a second. Let them have that. Let her have that. But I got something for us to do. I'm going to keep you busy in the meantime with all this stuff. I'm going to keep you busy. Don't worry about that. Eventually, those children will come back to you because they know what type of dad you were. They know you held them. They know you held them in your arm like this when they was babies, looking at them. Hey, baby. So they didn't forget that. It's just like you said, it's manipulation. And eventually,
they'll come around.
You'll work it out.
Oh yeah, bitch, always gonna work it out. And I know we pressed for time. We were way over time, but we enjoyed it. I know someone said today was meaningful. So go ahead, Tim, plug in all your social media platforms and how can the listening audience follow you.
You can find me here on YouTube at Timothy McBride TV. You can find me on TikTok, again, Timothy McBride TV. And you can also find me on Instagram on Timothy McBride TV. I thank you, Furman, for this platform. I thank you again for the conversation. It was awesome. I wish you the best. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. I'm proud of you. If another black man has not told you yet, I am so proud of you for having this platform.
And I appreciate it. I'm proud of you as well, Tim. Keep up the great work, outstanding work that you're doing. I know the best is yet. Well, I say that the best is already here. It's just up from here. And like I said, the game is live and well. Also, Diamond Jones said, awesome podcast. You guys were great. Love your content. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays to you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. Hey, folks, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy y'all. Of course, today is quote unquote the Sabbath. So, man, y'all enjoy the Sabbath day, of course. Enjoy family, friends. Enjoy yourself. Kick back, relax, be at ease with yourself, be at peace, be at one with yourself. Don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow going to take care of itself. We know tomorrow is coming. We don't know what it's going to bring, but we know it's coming. But tomorrow going to take care of itself. But for today, relax, unwind, chill. If you're going out today, of course, if you're in the DFW, we know the malls are packed. So be careful out there. If you got your little babies with you, little kids with you, make sure they're walking in front of you or you hold their hand. Don't let them walk behind you because you have people out there will snatch them up. So make sure that you see them at all times, hold their hand. Don't let them run around all over the place. So be careful of that. If you're out there by yourself, ladies, be careful out there as well. Be in an open parking lot. Do not be dark one. Be in an open parking lot. Take someone with you. Fellas, same thing. Be careful as well. If you don't have your money out in public, please don't do that. Because they see that money, they're going to knock you upside your head. So Keep your money in your wallet.
Keep your head on a swivel.
That's
Right.
it. Be careful. If you're on that phone, put that phone down. Wait till you leave or you're in the car. Don't be on that phone out because they watching. And they say, oh, you're not paying attention. I'm finna rob him. I'm finna rob her. Be careful out there. We're saying that for a reason. Be careful out there. Not saying be afraid, but just be careful. Don't get so easy complacent. Especially around this time of year. These folks crazy around this time of year. You got people who don't want to work, and they just want to steal.
And everybody remember, real is rare, but fake is everywhere. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Furman, again, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. You know, happy holidays, and let's do this again sometime soon.
Oh, most definitely, I'm down for it. So I want to hold you up, son. You got a very productive schedule ahead of you.
Yep.
We know it's only 24 hours in the day. We don't want to waste no time. Man, y'all have a great Sabbath. We'll be back here Tuesday night here on Walking This Way, Impact Voice Podcast.
Right on.
Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, what you know about that? Believe I receive. I ain't talking about the contact. Fall back. No, you know what? Let it in. Jesus says, and Gabe brought his own testament. Testify. I ain't never been a pedophile. Recognize my baby girl is my prize. No games. Word is bond. And I've been working so hard. I just thank, oh Lord, that we made it thus far. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. You gotta sacrifice, been working my whole life. But when I look back, he's been there my whole life. Love working on the inside, so. And for that news, looking and feeling brand new. Got a crew for the dollar sign. What's more loyal is they don't need to see a dollar sign to be there for you. Respect the wishes. And I got bills too, so respect is given. We about to take flight, secure precision. Anything you put your heart into, you can do. Had to run the numbers up when I showed the proofs. Just living the best of my life. Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Man, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah.